this video, we're going to be going over some topsy tail styles. So I'm going to do a faux braid. So I'm going to grab a section around the crown. And then I'm going, so it's a circular section. I'm not doing anything too perfect. I'm doing it circular because I want this side to kind of cascade back. So we're going to put this in a topsy tail. So remember, don't do your ponytails too tight, or else when you go to pull them out, they'll be hard to pull out. Okay. All right. So I'm just pulling out some pieces to kind of make it look tousled. And we can adjust it as we go, so it doesn't, you don't have to do it perfect. And I'm gonna take a cascading section back like this, and a matching section on the right side. And I'm gonna tie it off. I don't want to tie it off too low, or else I'm going to not be able to cover that top elastic. Okay, so I have my elastic in. There we go. And I'm just going to pull it up a little snug. And just pull some. Okay, so now we have this here, and we can kind of blend these two sections if you know you need to blend them a little bit more. And that's why I'm saying it doesn't, you don't have to worry about it being perfect, because you're gonna need to adjust it when the sections kind of come together anyways. Okay, so now we can do our next section. And I'm gonna leave a few pieces around the face. So as you can see, I just kind of pull some up, drop some, and see what looks good. So also curl, these are gonna get shorter, so I'm gonna go with that. And I'm gonna match the same thing on the other side. And come back to my center and just make sure they lay where I want them, which is right next to this braid. And here he is. So loop this through, and I can pull it up if I need to, and just gently I find that this part of the twist gets pulled a lot tighter, So I usually have to pull that out a bit to look good with my last section. And just keep adjusting until you like your braid. Yes, you can start to see it kind of looks like a faux messy fishtail. And you can stop here or you can keep going. Being added. So this is our last one before we run out of hair to be added into the ponytail. So as I pull, sometimes it just loosens up my knot, so I just have to keep pulling and then deconstructing and tightening. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And you can either create this kind of, if I show you, it's like a little bit tighter towards the ponytail area, or you can make it big still. Just, you got to pull on it a little different. This braid you definitely want to do and keep checking in the mirror, because it's really easy to look at it and think it's balanced, and then you look in the mirror and you notice where you're imbalanced and where you need to kind of pull things out. So it's kind of something that you keep wanting to check on. But it's not the neatest braid in the world. It's meant to be a little on the messier side, so don't worry too much about making it perfect. Yeah, and I'm gonna wrap this little guy one more time because it's not that much hair and he's getting loose. So now that I like where he's at, I can tighten. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go and cover any elastics. So there we go, we kind of have this like faux fishtail situation happening, and we are gonna continue down 2 more times. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this in half. Okay, this is my front and this is my back. The back section I'm gonna divide in 2, and I'm gonna take around the front of this guy. And he's a little messy, so we're gonna comb him out. And then we're going to topsy tail him. Okay. So now we've done 1 more ponytail, and if we want, we can do it again. So I'm gonna do it 1 more time so you can see. So I'm not gonna do the front, I'm gonna take my back, I'm gonna split it in 2, and I'm gonna wrap it around the front. I want these to be as even as possible, so that there's an equal amount of hair on my right and left side. Okay. And we can do this as much as we want, meaning like going down the ponytail as much as we want, or we can stop wherever we want. Yes, so it's kind of just a fun faux braid. The nicest part about it is that you can get pretty big with the braid and it still maintains its structure. So it's pretty sturdy braid. So if we are going to stop the braid here, you could then take this hair and wrap it around the front. And then hide it like we always do. And you can give it any last little pulls to hide anything. Okay, so there's your faux topsy tail braid, and then we have these little guys hanging out in the front, and we could just give them a little bevel. Okay, and then comb that out. And kind of have those little wispies, or you know, if that client didn't want the wispies, obviously you would want it to braid them back or pin them back, but we are going to leave them. And there you go, comb those out, and she can have these beautifully lightly curled wispies, and then you could curl this or fishtail it all the way down if you wanted. So there you go, there's your faux fishtail using the top.